You guys want to see my new deck box? That's probably all the song that I could legally play. So what's up and welcome to a day one, but not really because it does take some time to edit these things, and I'll probably be coming out on like Sunday, but close enough. Video on the boy, the GANGSTAR Dragon himself, your good sir, Untitled Dragon, Greedon, also known as Now Knows Reference. So I thought it'd be cool to not only show off my day one build, but I actually went ahead into social media and kind of tweeted out to see if anyone would be interested in sharing their day one list with us as well. So we do have a couple of those to go over, plus my deck. If you do want to be featured in the future, I'm sure we'll be doing more videos of this, so go ahead. Tweet at me down below, or comments to your list or whatever. Hashtags Greedy for Greedon. We're starting that, keep it trending. But with all that said, let's go ahead and get started. I swear to God, last time I'm gonna say it this year. Raise Energy, sponsor or whatever. Get some code Skyridge, save 50% online. This is a mystery flavor. I haven't even tried it yet. Literally top secret. Literally top secret. I don't even know why I'm showing this off. It's so secretive. What even is this? Oh god, it's like some free. I just don't know what it is. But you're not here for the show, you're here for the deck list. So let's go ahead and dive on into some Greedon. Alright, so we're starting off with my build because this is my channel and shut up. Why am I using the picture instead of the actual cards? I have them. Here's some. There we go. But I mean, I just want to be consistent. I have pictures of the other ones, so we're gonna go with that. Alright, so I kind of want to go over the basics first before we look into detail stuff. Ride line, you already know. The grade 1 lets you draw a card when you ride over it. The grade 2, when you ride over it, has a limit break and searches out copies of itself. And grade 3, if you have a copy of himself in soul, you get extra life, but he's basically just a restander. And that's all you need to know about the basics of the deck, so let's go ahead and look into the actual list, I guess. So I'm chose to go with 8 crit 4 fronts. Well, 3 crit, 3 front. These numbers make sense, shut up. 8, 3, 1 over trigger, you know what it is. The over trigger actually does make sense in this deck because you're basically, like I said, you're a restander, so you're always going to have that crit pressure on if you hit it, and you're just going to be statically at 23k, double that swings twice. That's insane. Went with fronts over draws because you do draw a lot in this build. So you can see I'm using the Girardi and Young Grand engine, the Gear Chronicle engine as I call it, because they're both Gear Chronicle looking cards. Basically both of those have an on-place ability that lets you soul charge and draw. So they let you maintain soul to get to your actual soul effects and let you draw cards. Pretty good. Going over the list real quick, what we got? Boom, boom, boom. Boom, 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 all the basic stuff. We have 2 cards that revive themselves from soul. Both the Desire Demon that he comes with, what's the name, Aki, I think? Muka, this guy. And the Desire Doll, Direful Doll, should be Desire Doll. Oh, that'd be so good. The basically new version of Nightmare Dolls. Both those have an effect that let you cycle something out of soul. Direful Doll is not quite as good because it does require 10 soul, which you won't get till late game, so you're not going to use it as often. But they basically are your way to refill board this deck, and you're able to get there really quickly. Other attacks, we use the Ignition, the grade 2 dark regular looking guy. Lets you soul charge on attack, which makes him good for early game, and mid game he's a good power for your Vanguard, because he also has an in-soul effect that gives you power up on your Vanguard. And the only last card in there is kind of techie. He looks like a Gear Chronicle card, honestly. He looks like a Gear Chronicle card. That's why you put him in there. But the new Steam Mage Grade 2 is a 10k shield once you hit 7 soul, and goes to soul when you guard with him. So that helps your soul count out. Long and short of it, I don't think the soul count matters too much. You're not always going to hit your 10 and stay on your 10, but if you get there, it's nice. Actually, I already tested this list once out of locals. Because Monster usually allows sneak peek cards, and I had this fully built, so I was like, why not test it? 4-round breakdown. First 2 rounds lost to Orphis. We apparently had 2 Orphis players, and this deck doesn't like the giant token numbers, I guess. I don't know, you figure that's something that basically commits everything to board and just has a bunch of guard power. By the way, that's the other reason we run the fronts in here is 20k shield. But, yeah, lost to Orphis twice apparently, whatever. Bad matchup, I guess, we'll have to figure that out. Then round 3, what we fight? Oh, Eugene, that was fun. Deck doesn't care because you don't have rear guards, whatever, easy win. And I guess kind of the same thing for Clarissa, what's her name? The brawler one? Because you're not going to have a field attack. It's a good matchup. So, went 2-2, whatever. CP fraternity, so we'll do a tournament report, I guess, a couple weeks later, because I'm going to be primarily playing this deck. It's the main. Let's go ahead and look at some other builds. Next up is our first guest list. This comes from Facebook. I don't want to dox him. Let's just say part of his name was Al. So, shout out. I'm not going to fully dox you, but part of his name's Al. There's many Al's in the world. So, let's take a look at his list. Looking at the basics. 4 PGs, 4 dudes, 4. Okay, I get you. So, first of all, wrong heal trigger. That's not important at all. I just always use the Gear Chronicle one. If you want to use Diablos, that's cool, whatever. I'm not going to dox on that part of the trigger. Speaking of triggers, though, he is running draws over the fronts, which is fine because you mainly run those in more of the Jurati style build, I guess. There's like 2 styles of build. There's Jurati and non-Jurati. But that said, he is still running the Gungram, so not entirely off the Soul Charge engine that I ran. That was the reason I ran fronts over draws. The rest of the triggers looks fine. A little interested though in why they're not running the new crits that came out of set 3, but I guess the effect doesn't matter too much in this kind of deck because you're never going to boost anyway, so you're just losing on 1k power or whatever, that doesn't matter at all. Grade 1s, we have for the Drive Check dude, which I didn't mention before, I'll get into that in a second, and for Yaiba, that's a new card that we haven't talked about yet. Grade 2s look about the same. And we do have 4 of the Crimson Expeller. Alright, so let's go ahead and talk about the tech cards real quick. Yaiba, this guy, there he is. You can't see on my tiny screen, but real simple skill that if your Vanguard is Greedon, you could just get him out of soul and get him +5 until end of turn. I'm not too sold on this guy. Like, it's a free effect. It doesn't cost any resources, but you do lose 1 soul, so you're away from your soul count, which does matter because Greedon does require Soul Blast to activate as well. And I mean, all you do is just get him +5. That's 1 stage of guard. That is 1 stage of guard, so it's not bad. I just don't know how I like it yet. I'll have to test out my next iteration. Drive Check do kind of more the same. Counterblast 2, which you are going to be using a decent amount of Counterblast next set. This set not quite as much, but still a little bit. And he gives your Vanguard Drive Check when you eat him, so you will get 5 drives that turn, but at the cost of 2 Counterblast. And I guess you get a free soul off it. It's nice. It's nice. Like, I don't know. I don't like the 4 of. You see, I only run 2 in my build, but it's a nice card. For now, it's definitely the right option. I just don't know if we'll be running it later. And I guess we'll go to Expeller a little bit more. We haven't talked about him too much yet. Like I said, he is on attack on rear guard Soul Charge 1, which is nice for your soul engine. And then in the soul, you can Counterblast 1, you get him out once again, give your Vanguard +10 till end of turn and Soul Charge 1. That's really good. Gets over a trigger stage of Vanguard, although it does constantly Counterblast and replace itself in soul, so you 1 close to your decking. Like I said, there's a lot of soul charging effects in this deck between things like the Gangram and the Expeller. I guess the Demon, the Grade 1 that gives you Drive Checks, also does that as well. So like, you're not super soul charging. It's not like some like Bear Magnus, but like, you do have an option to deck yourself out. Once again, that's why I prefer the fronts, but I guess if you're not doing the too much retention, draws are okay. And our finalist today comes from another YouTuber. This is Monkey Fight TCG. Yeah, right there. Looking at the page, there it is on my phone. Definitely more popular than me right now. He's got about 500 subs. So there's your shout out. Subscribe to him if you enjoyed this deck list, I guess, and the video. Make sure you check out the video. We'll talk about it in a second, but they actually have a really good video on this. Obviously where the screenshot comes from. And it's really analytical of the Greedon playstyle and the choices. So definitely make sure you peep that vid if you enjoy it. Subscribe to them if you enjoy the content. And you know, you should subscribe to me. That'd be helpful. I would enjoy that. So definitely make sure that you subscribe to them. And while we're at it, yo, hit me up. Be nice to hit 100 subs finally, if not 5 like this good boy. But that's enough shilling. Let's go ahead and talk about the deck. So at first glance, this appears to be our first pure demon list, other than the Asher does, the Gear Chronicle looking Steam Mage guy. But real quick dossier, they are running 4 draws and 7 crits, so actually flip those around a little bit. A little bit more draw power there, but once again, not a fan of draws. But once again, it works well with the style, so I'm not gonna talk about it. Oh, got a lot of 4-ofs, looks like. Just go for consistency. Just go for consistency. Probably the one card we need to highlight here, because we haven't talked about it yet, is the grade 3 Demon Hysteria. The big old snake boy right here. Are you serious? I have these ready on me. So Snake Boy has a real simple effect that when it attacks, it gets +2 for each of your standing rear guards, and that changes to a +5 if you're at 5 or more damage, which is literally an ultimate break. Real good beater, like full field, you start at a +10, makes them a 23k, makes that a +25 for being at ultimate break. Real big boy, 38k. But the only thing I don't like about this card is that it forces itself to be your first attack, so you can never give him triggers. That said, that just means you're just be doing what the deck does anyways, which is making your Vanguard as strong as humanly possible, pretending like it's Dimension Police. But let's go ahead and look at the rest of it. 4 on all demons is pretty good. I guess we can talk about the grade 1 real quick. We haven't mentioned really the Ride Line's other good ability, mainly because it's better in another deck. But basically when you eat him up, you can counterblast 1 and give the rest of your field the Battle Door ability for the rest of the turn. Battle Door ability, if you missed out on the V format, is basically you have to guard every attack with 2 or more cards. But this is like a blessing and curse. In this deck, you're not really getting any value off it, mainly because it's a 2-3 attack deck at most with the Hysteria. And like by the time you eat it up, all you really have is 1 Vanguard swing. So it does help with that aspect, but it's a lot better in Bear Magnus where you could eat it up and just have another 3 attacks come out. So that's like 6 cards out of hand. It's huge pressure. I can see it working if you are swinging with rear guards that are not Hysteria that you can't give triggers to, because then you can go Vanguard, Vanguard, rear guard, and at least get 2 cards off it. But that's again something that's gonna pop a lot more next set when we get our support. Upcoming video. Just the deck looks fine. 4 of Steam Mage is nice because you're generating your soul and getting 10k shields off each of those. Guess it kind of makes up for their draw triggers instead of other fronts or whatever. But look, the rest this looks pretty solid. I will talk real quick about Violetta as well, because it's the point he made in his video as well. Once again, go watch that. That Violetta is very much a late game card. Her skill requires you to have 10 soul. Once again, you do have a little bit of soul issue in this deck. Honestly, like most of the time in my testing, it's just been discard fodder. Like I never get the chance to use it. I think I've used it maybe once in my game against Clarissa. But Slake Muka just comes out of soul. Really good target for your soul charge effects. But other than that, real mediocre. Overall, deck looks solid. I know Pure Demon is the other way to run this outside of the Girardi build. I just like the consistency of Girardi, but this definitely has a much more threatening attack because of the 38k Hysteria. So that's all that we got for you guys today. Unfortunately, I'm not a very cool, hip influencer on any of the social medias yet, so not enough people are giving me their decks to analyze. But if you guys did enjoy this kind of video and want to show me a Greedon list for future videos like this, be sure to tweet at me. Links will be in the description down below, or of course just post your list down below in the comments section. Also, while you're down there, let me know if there's any other decks that came out of set 3 that you guys are interested in playing. If you saw one of my previous videos, you know I'm ready to mess around with the video as well. But as always, thanks for watching. If you want to help support this channel, be sure to check out my links for TCG Player right over there. I will soon be posting a bunch of set 3 stuff. I'm just waiting for locals to go through, get priorities first. But until next time, hashtag greedy for Greedon. Don't forget to start that up. Post your Greedon stuff below. I can't wait to make more videos on our good boy. And always, embrace the infinite. I know I did that with these hands. It just felt right. I'm just straight up YouTube searching the intro music, so this could only work well because I'm too lazy to download it and clip the exact 10 seconds.